EPROM 9. When life gives you lemons, don't make lemonade. Yes, a little subject I want to top on, especially when you encounter masses of work. When times get tough, don't give up. Pull through. It's like today you got the networking group assignment one done, needs to be handed in tomorrow, sorted. Got it done to a high standard, as I like to do. It's generally good that I was actually kind of the driving force behind the group. Someone's got to be. And so with our combined knowledge, me doing Cisco, which really helps, should get a 2-1 or first out of that. The other networking assignment we did for the other teacher called Canty is I got 73%, which is a first. It just goes to show that you battle through these hard times, you go through the shit, and you achieve your goal. Because me, I have Asperger's syndrome, which means I suffer from things like learning difficulties. Social crap. I'm still pretty hopeless at social crap now. Which is just, well, that. What else is there? There's... I have this speech thingy that I don't... That's like speech problematic disorder thingy, which I can't even say what it is, and I cannot tell you what it is, but it probably explains a lot of my erratic, weird terminology that I come out with. Yeah, and it's pretty much, I've got a little card that has like definition. May act strangely and unpredictably, like a tension card you give to a copper if they stop you or something. So they realise, maybe not to deal with this person in the same way you would someone else. Let's face it, I don't exactly... I am an odd one. Most people find me a little too weird for their liking, but how I see it is, I am who I am at the end of the day, and nothing ain't gonna change that, so you can either accept it or sod off, pretty much. Because the other problem, and I would say it's a good example, because even with disabilities, you can achieve your goals. Quite often you have to work harder at it, go through more shit, because the world loves to throw shit at you. But you put in the work, you put in the effort, you don't give up no matter how much shit the world throws at you, and it throws a lot of shit at you. And you pull through. And I achieved getting into university, and I will leave this place with either a 2-1 or first. That is final. But I would say it's a prime example. I'm a prime example that it doesn't matter what problems you have, you are capable of whatever the damn hell you want in life. You just have to work for it. And it's as simple as that. And also this is another night I can't get any sleep. Great, I had some cat naps earlier when doing some Portal level building. I really must do some Half-Life and Portal level building videos at some point. Do you not know the time currently? It's 4:15, roughly 1 minute off. That's close enough. I hope the camera's focused. That's good. After the networking assignment today, it's just like reward yourself with Portal. And then there's a MATLAB one in for Monday, which I'm going to be working on busily on Friday, which is technically today, but, well, if I'm up all night, it might be worth heading into the labs the first thing in the morning, tracking down the MATLAB teacher, and getting some help with the assignment. And then sort of half dozing off halfway through. It's weird on the weeks, and then it's just like today, it's just like one of those days where it's just like sitting in the lecture room, and it's like you got your lab coursework to do next week, And to recoup yourself in that period of time, you have a little cat nap. While going through the results of a mock test you've just done. So I sort of know what some of the answers were now. The other half I kind of fell asleep through. It happened. College I was forever falling asleep there. The teachers would just kind of drone on. I'd be bored out my head. I'm surprised it's just snoring class, which would have been utterly hilarious for absolutely everyone. It was annoying when someone decided to wake you up by slapping you or something. Or trying to whack you in the balls. That was never good. Of which I'd retaliate by punching them back in the balls. Or slapping them back. And when you come out of like sort of semi-sleep mode, there's no restraint on muscle power, it's just if you're in the way of the swing, well, you should definitely have a faster reaction time, because it's going to hurt. Oh yes, people love doing that. Whenever you fall asleep in school or something, someone would love to just go up to you, make a loud noise right next to your ear, burst a balloon, or bang a book on a table, something like that, flick your ear. Oh, I tell you, young teenagers to young adults can be quite cruel. It's like, he's asleep. What evil can we do? Mind you, in the Berlin trip I planned some evil for it, although not all of it is captured on film. And I've actually got this on Surveyor now. I need to just compile it into a video and upload it. Usual kind of crap, basically. Yeah, but it just goes down to show, just because you've got a disability, or whatever else damn well the world likes to throw at you, doesn't mean you can't achieve your goal. Just gotta keep at it. Don't give up. Don't ever give up. And also, going to Tesco Westgate, as usual, loads of people are like, this supermarket's better. It's like, actually, when you look at the prices in there, same sort of stuff, so same competition. 3 of these, 2 gig each, 15 quid, which isn't a bad deal actually. £5 for each of them. Not a bad deal. 3 USB sticks, nice going. And it's got 3 writable labels included. Let's open them, and they're made by TDK. The HP one I got died. But I can use these for like handing in as assignment work, admin USBs, you know, the sort of stuff that someone likes me to do. Where are my scissors? Here they are. Such a bloody pillock at times, they're sitting right in front of me. So let's open these. TDK, they're more of a reputable storage media company. Although you can pretty much guarantee they're not built in-house, they're probably more generic USBs which are just, which they pay the licensing to have their logo stamped on. I don't know why the HP one I brought was so crap. It died within a month of buying it. I should have taken it back and exchanged it, because that was just ridiculous. Bottom line, don't buy it if it's HP. That's what I've learnt now. HP used to be a good company about 20 odd years ago, like from the time my function phase gen meter is from, but these days it's just cheap crap. It's annoying. Oh, this is fancy. It's got it's in some sort of sleeve thing. Ha! Oh, look at this. This is actually quite cool. Which you can see. Made in China, of course. Made out of metal. And it's got these quite cool little covers. I wonder, are these waterproof? I see a test coming on. Doesn't state it on the package. 2 gig each. Not bad pricing, actually. I just saw that and it's like, actually that's a good deal. I cannot resist this. I'm buying them. So pop down to your local Tesco. You might just see the 3-pack like this. And Get yourself 3 cheap USB sticks, which are 2 gig each, and not bad storage capacity. Maybe not so good for uni work, bearing in mind that's already at almost 2 gig, and that's just the first year. They're certainly good as ones for assignment handing, submission or admin. I'm repeating myself again. I have a habit of doing that, don't I? Yes, I do. Apparently that drives people mad, it's like Jim says, it's just like it drives people mad that he's on a subject and then moves straight to another. But actually, I much prefer the sort of natural flow of speech. It's more entertaining as someone just bellows out whatever the hell is on their mind, which can accompany to the most random things. Like people are like, oh, you're so random. Yes, that's because I do something you don't do, which is kind of just say whatever I think, which can be something completely off topic to what the hell's going on. It's just quite funny when you sit there just giggling away to yourself as you thought of something funny. It's just like, what are you laughing at? It's like, what's wrong with being happy? What's wrong with thinking something funny that happened last week? Is there really anything wrong with laughing? It's like, why? What do people have against laughing? It's like, just be joyous. It's just like, if you want to be an old miserable sod, fuck off. It's just, oh, sod off if you just want to be a miserable sod. Yeah, the birds are being noisy. Why do they wake up this early? I'm glad I'm not actually asleep for them to wake me up. Scratch my leg. I might as well take the programming thing back. But back to where we were, because the memory chip ran out again. Yes, it comes back to, yeah. Don't let anything get you down. Keep at it. It's quite ridiculous because it took a bloody year to get a job in retail for one of the supermarkets, although I don't technically work for the supermarket, but it's a company owned by the supermarket. And it was like the supermarket itself rejected me, and then the company actually took me on, which was good. They actually gave me an interview, but it's just like one of those things. A job tip that I would put for anything: don't put anything down that they can discriminate against. Male, female, disabilities, sexualities, anything like that. Keep that crap off the CV. Keep it as generic, merits, things you've done, good things. Things like that, basically. Because it's a sad fact. There are companies that exist out there that love to discriminate. They don't want to go through all the legal crap that goes with it when it comes to taking on the employed of a disabled worker. That's the big one they seem to go against. Which for me is a bit of a problem. Keep it off CV, unless they specifically ask for it. Because if they ask for it and you tell them that you haven't got anything wrong with it, and then they find out you are, you're technically committing fraud. So essentially, so keep it that only tell them if they ask. These are good words of wisdom. There. Because you never know. And then, of course, once you've got their signed contract, it's like, disability, yeah, got one, but I've already signed the contract and got the job. Sorted. It's a pain in the arse of fucking discrimination, because it's just like, oh, so she's got a disability. No, actually, I can probably do a bloody lot more than you. Who decides to be discriminative against me? Or is that more the reason why, because you know the truth, that I'm better? God knows what the logic is behind it, but discrimination is one of the things that really grinds my gear. Discrimination of any kind against disability, someone being gay, whatever. Just being black, for example. People discriminate against that. It's always things that you're born with that you can't control. And that is one of the reasons I really does piss me off. There's just no excuse for discrimination. None whatsoever. But it's out there, so you have to watch for it. That's my tip. Whether you already know that is another thing, but, well, you've heard it again, if you know it already. And where's my drink, because I'm thirsty? Hiding next to my bed, trying to sleep, but been failing at it. I don't want to get to sleep this night. Got the joy of all this crap to get back. And don't let these people get you down. Because you keep at it, you will surpass and beat all boundaries in your way. It's like, oh God. I've had so many people doubt me over the years. It's like, oh, he won't get into secondary school, he won't do this, he won't get GCSEs. It's like, prove them all wrong. Won't get GCSE, C in math, prove them wrong. Ah, yes, I've proved everyone wrong, essentially. It's just like, won't get into uni, prove them wrong. That's what I do. You want to doubt me? I prove you wrong. And then I rub it in their face. I do need to go back to primary school and rub it in their face where I'm at now. Sorry about that. That was just, well, results of bowels. But that can be like wafted towards, yeah, the doubters. The doubters can smell that fart. That's what they've earned. One of my farts. Everyone else can have a gas mask. Got one hanging. I've brought the one from Germany up here. It's hanging over here. I can't be bothered to pull it off them and then I'll have to hang it up again. I love military stuff, old vintage military stuff and equipment and that. I've got little tidbits here and there. I've got a sniper scope at home. That's cool. I like to sit there out my bedroom window just pretending to snipe people walking past. Because truthfully I'm just a kid and I've never grown up. Would have been good up the television tower in Germany. There's someone down it. Just imagine paving the pavement with their brains. Some would probably call that a bit weird, but nah, just, well, that's what kind of sniper scopes are used for. Paving pavements and walls with people's brains. With dead accuracy. And it's just like, well, as boys, you used to play gun games when you were kids and you play violent games on the PC. So yeah, of course you like a bit of fun, entertainment, violence on the games. It amuses me when people blame bloody games for violence. It's like, yeah, that's bullshit. Because you actually looked at the statistics, you'd find that actually there will always be psychedelic, mentally deranged people in the world who will just take any leadership of whatever, bloody idolise the sore person or something, because there's already something wrong in their head, and if they didn't idolise the sore person, they'd idolise something else. If they didn't have anything to idolise to, they'd probably just become like a Jack the Ripper and become a historic item that ends up being idolised by other mental psychopaths. And the usual works. It's getting slightly chilly in here. I don't know why. I'm quite tempted to have a sort of nocturnal wander at this time round the university. Because I can. I'm on the site. And that's... yeah, it was quite funny on one of my nocturnal wanders around the uni at night. I accidentally set off an alarm somewhere, at least I think I did. One of the doors was unlocked, I was wondering if it was unlocked. It was, and I could walk in the building. I then could hear an alarm in the distance of the building and decided to vacate. before someone clocked on and I got in trouble for it. Why is that? It's just like you're in bloody Currys or something. It's like you're looking at a product. Set off the bloody alarm. I'm the devil for it. Funny thing is, I think it was actually the fire alarm system that was going off for some weird reason, so it might not have actually been related to me. And actually, I've observed the area of her door that I went in. I could not find any evidence for burglar alarm sensors, so maybe something else had triggered it off. Maybe it wasn't me, but I just happened, just all coincidence really. That's the area I haven't told anyone about this, but I want to essentially do a little film with the PTC scanner ray gun and then have a gas mask monster. And that's the main reason for being the gas mask up and not taking home the PTC scanner yet. I'm probably going to do it in exam revision time, because that's going to be when I get the most free time. I might be able to get one of my mates here to do the filming of it, because I need a cameraman really. And then it should work nicely from there. And my leg is itchy, typical. What else is going on? My laser thingy's over there. I love lasers. Lasers are cool. Lasers are awesome. Is my camera even recording? Let's have a looky. Yeah, it is. It's got about a minute, 2 minutes left of recording time, which I use up well. Yeah, I can't be bothered to get in pyjamas. Just kind of sleep in my pants and t-shirt. I'm not really a huge one for sleeping naked. I've done it on occasion, but that's about it. Most of the time you get out of bed in the morning, it's bloody freezing cold. So sod this. back off to bed. It's like one morning this week, it's just like one of the days where it was, get that in the bin. Shot. Need to empty that bin. And it was just like laying in bed, it was pissing down rain outside. It's like I was really tired. It's just like, I can't be fucked with getting up this morning. It's like, I had this sort of arrangement with someone. It's just like, I ended up emailing them later saying why I didn't come in because I overslept. And I essentially was just like, sod it. It's a one-off occasion. Just continue laying in bed, and I just did the work I needed to later on in the day. That's when I tend to work best, when I do things later on in the day. I'm not a morning creature. Mornings are not compatible. Because it takes an hour just for my systems to boot properly. Sometimes longer, in fact quite often closer to 2 hours rather than an hour. Funny actually, because it's like for the first time in my life I'm actually organising myself, and yeah, I'm not perfect, but actually I've done well because I'm managing to get all the uni fees paid, getting stuff in on time. There are things that absolutely do fail because of it, like any sort of thing is, and most people have a vibrant social life. I don't really. I just kind of do work and play on computers. And dismantle stuff. I need to do a tear down of this, which is a Vidicon tube camera. I might give it, I don't know where, I'll probably try to fix it, and if not I might part it for components, because these things are a wealth of useful electronics. It depends. There's plenty. Now on to a completely off the topic randomness thing. About Lego, which is the most awesome toy ever, and I'm sure you all remember Lego. The good old days of, well, Lego could be whatever. It's like you had the fire stations and stuff. I had a fire station and a few other things and random kits. I used to like build it and then have excuses to demolish it, whether it was a man with a bazooka, which was actually one of the cameras. Blow it up. It's like I made this little shack thing which I still got intact in a Lego box up in the loft. Kind of miss the Lego. It's like and then it's like to see buildings getting demolished in school, reenact it in Lego. It's just bloody fantastic. It's just such a creative thing that for a young engineer's mind it's the greatest thing ever. It's like just be able to build whatever you want, and it's like in my Lego games I'd always have a character raid from skips or full of Lego junk and scavenger and be this super genius who could fix anything and construct anything from flying cars and that to go a million miles per hour. It's just like, it's like the alter ego of what I would love to be, essentially. Sounds familiar? Being able to literally fix anything and build anything out of any, build a time machine out of an old video camera. Now that would be one heck of an achievement. The Vidicon tube could be the time travel device. That imagination is still intact, thank God. I've still got my imagination. But a lot of people seem to lose it as they get older. Mine is still intact, thank God. It's just like, why would you want to lose your imagination? Either way, whether I have kids or my brother has kids, whichever one of us, it'll probably be my brother over me, the Lego can go to them and hopefully some more young engineers will spawn from it. Who will be just bring home crap, essentially. Just raid a skip. I need to raid the engineering skip. There's a load of computer equipment I want in there. Apparently you get in trouble for raiding it, but that never stopped me on the last thing I raided. That never stopped me raiding skips in the first place when I was younger in school. People were always telling me not to raid skips. It's like, why? Why not save stuff? Because at the end of the day, why not save stuff that people throw away that you can use? If you can use it and people throw it away, why shouldn't you be able to take it away and use it for yourself for free? Why do people get arsy about bloody raiding crap? Fair enough, hard drives, I understand that, but why everything else? I don't understand it. Why? You don't know, like you're raiding bloody old bits and pieces, old video cameras and that. It's just ridiculous. It's like supermarkets which throw away all this good food and they don't let the staff have any of it for free. It's like, what? Yeah, sure, it's out of date on the packaging, but the food looks good, and it's just such a shame to see it just sitting there by the big compactor bins, waiting to be thrown in there with flies swarming round it. It's such a shame to see all that waste. When it's like, oh, I could have had them donuts or biscuits myself. Of course, the flies would now made their little home on them by that point with all a load of other stinky rubbish, which is such a waste. And how often they sometimes let the staff have stuff reduced, although I've never really seen any evidence of that myself in the supermarket, although people who work in the same place seem to get that stuff. I don't. Maybe I'm just looking. Maybe it's more of a point of whether you're there at the right place, right time. Probably something like that. My hair's getting in the face. It probably looks like an absolute bloody mess because it's been half sort of in the catnapping on the bed while portal level building. Yeah, this will be the last one of these Don't Make Lemonade videos, which will be all as one part, which will be about half an hour long. Also, now that I know she watches Mrs. Knight 5, I think it's 5 at the end of the now, I can't really remember, but it's all about memory, it's useless as anything. It's more useless than 12 kilobytes of RAM. It's probably my RAM in my head is probably about a meg. Which is why I can only concentrate on one thing at a time and do one thing. And if you give me 2 commands, one of the commands will get forgotten. That's why I scribble things over the walls. You've probably noticed that there's all these notes of like shit scribbled on them. Essentially. There's a drill hall library bloody outstanding book fine. I've been fined a total of 10 quid now from the library. It's just like, I don't find drawing out books to be particularly good because they just kind of sit in the corner and get forgotten about and then they build up library fines. If I want to do research, I much prefer using the internet. And if I want any books on such, there are the odd few that are useful, but most I just find are too damn boring to read through. Now, on the subject of going back to more subjects that were on topic, I literally came out of primary school unable to read and write, and so do too many kids these days. But, well, it didn't stop me from achieving my goals.
Don't let anything stop you from achieving your goals. Don't you forget that. You want to get somewhere, you get there. And you don't let anything stand in your way, not people, anything. If people stand in your way, well, people who stood in my way of my goals have often ended up crashing and burning. I ain't stopping for nothing. Just keep at it. And it's great making your parents proud. Brilliant. It's just one thing, it's just like, I think it's like the proudest thing ever, just Mum seeing me getting my place in uni. Although she absolutely misses me to hell, it's proud for her just seeing her youngest son with all the shit he's gone through. Achieving the goals, eventually. And then at the end of uni, I will end up with a nice cushy job and live quite comfortably and have my own little house, which I dedicate a room to a workshop, and I'll be quite happy. I'll be a bachelor with my dog. That's how I want to start, bachelor with my dog. Me and my dog. Anyone who comes back, well, they're just a one-night stand for the first probably few years of living there, maybe for the young times type things. It's just like something like that. Whatever develops in that area, if anything develops in that area. That's a big if. As I said, I'm not the most socially aware creature. It's like, I discussed it with someone in computing today, it's like, when it comes to the subject of like sex, it's just like you have to go for all this weird like hinting bull crap and that, and it's just, why can't it just be straight to the point? It's like, do you want an actual proper relationship, or do you just want a one night stand? Why can't it be as simple as that? Nice, blatant and obvious. None of this bloody hidden innuendo crap that confuses the hell out of me. It's all this weird like game everyone seems to play with each other, and it's just like, oh, I don't understand this. It's beyond me. Why can't it all just be plain simple? I like the colours of the USB stick. That one's purple, that one's red, that one's blue. Sorted. Nice, blunt, simple. But sadly it's not like that. Which is why it's confusing as hell. As most things are. And I'm looking at books and such, and I forgot my Husky Hunter because whenever I go home or back again, I always forget something. Husky Hunter happened to be the thing that got forgotten. I did remember other stuff that I forgot last time though. Also, I need to start doing request videos at some point. Probably be after the exams or whenever I can be asked. Pretty much, whenever I get round to it. Someone wants to see teardown of this. I can't remember who asked for it now, and I can't be asked to look it up. I can't even remember what video it was posted on the comment. So the teardown of that will be coming. There was also a teardown of two other things. More Mega Drive videos from a new subscriber called Tribal Masters. I remember that one. And there was something else that I really need to look up. I also need to look through my YouTube personal messages, because something was sent to me a while back and I've completely forgotten what it was. Some request for something, to look into something. That's it. It was to look into something. Something to do with like technical aspect of something. But I never got round to it because I was just swamped with coursework, and I need to look into the personal message and look that up. I can't remember who sent that one, so you know who you are who sent that information to it. I still need to look into that because I just got swamped with uni work, which tends to happen, and why I don't get shit done like that. I tend to get swamped with uni work, so stuff tends to take a while. Like compiling that video, it's just kind of been something that's been part-time and still is. So when the Berlin video will be up on my channel, God only knows. It might be in the next few days, might be in the next few weeks. Can't answer that one. Whatever it is, I'll get both the tapes transferred on it before the 30-day trial of Sony Vegas runs out on that laptop, and I have to renew it. Typical. I'll try reinstalling it, redoing the codes they sent me, and see if that works, but they're probably smarter than that, probably putting systems to protect against that. It's times like this I wish I knew how to pirate stuff. Now it's hot in here. I think it's just me, rather than the actual temperature of the room. It's just my body temperature can't make its mind up whether to pump in more heat or not. My feet are frozen the usual. I always suffer from bloody cold feet. I have feet that are as warm as a corpse that's been out in the snow all the time, unless I'm in bed or something, or snuggle them up to a radiator, or have them in front of this lamp. This lamp produces a lot of heat. Very good foot warmer, because I like to have my feet up on the desk on the laptop and slouched in the chair. Ah, the joys. This will be the last of these videos.